gains 14. Horgan going into fullback territory. Then the cries from the crowd, that time for a late challenge. Morgan Parrott to James. Playing just about the rest of the match then. Clermont Auvergne -1. But they're +2 where it matters. How many more chances will there be?
Oh, 10 minutes, Miles. I know that's a rhetorical question. What Clermont want to do is try and keep this ball, but time and again in Europe, it's not enough, but they're 14 men now. Good kick.
Just a great question. How many more chances will there be?
Not a good kick, it's on the full.
Leinster going. Darcy. If it does break up a little bit without the fullback, Leinster might make it pay here. O'Driscoll and Horgan. The Leinster fullback is Rob Kearney, and he takes on Malzieu, the hat-trick man. In comes O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll trying to hand off. Reddin's there.
Lovely rugby that was from Leinster. Really good.
Cullen acts as scrum half. McLaughlin underneath the tackle. Reddin. Sexton. Horgan. Here comes Kearney once more. He's literally the extra man.
A very hard man to mark as he comes late.
Healy. Reddin.
Another penalty.
Another chance. Didn't take Luke too long for the next one to come along. For Leo Cullen's side. And they can really tighten the screw here, Leinster, with Flosh off the field.
Well, with the full-back off, it's really hurt them. They haven't claimed one high ball. There's been a little bit of space, and it just looks to me as if Leinster are finishing a bit stronger.
It's been an interesting week for Johnny Sexton. All that has been written and said in his competition at fly half with Ronan O'Gara. Interesting few weeks for him. But none of that matters here. Seven minutes, he just does not know how many more will come his way after this. So he needed to make sure. Will 1 point be enough?
Sexton has kept his nerve. He should be kicking them, but the pressure he's been under is not quite as simple as it looks. This is high-class performance.
Both sides making a change at hooker. Jackman on, Fogarty off, Ledesma off, Cavello off.
Now Drop James will be thinking drop goal at some stage, Miles. You can bet your last dollar on that. Not yet.
Need to set the position first. Para 2 can drop. Might have a little snap from the 22 region. Wants to try and organise. Joubert. Having to play down this narrow channel anyway. Without one of their backs.
Well, they've also lost two of their key carriers in Domingo and Ledesma, and they're not going as far or as fast up front.
And almost the turnover there. It was so close. Rougerie. Joubert again. Inside it comes back to Rougerie. Somehow he picked out his captain. Maybe all by luck and judgment on that occasion. Pierre. Parrott. Referee's a key figure here as well. Anything that's kickable. Over 3 minutes left on the sin bin. Parrott. James. Rougerie, that's the line he loves. And he's brilliant at it, using it to its full. Parrott in again. Getting closer here, Clermont Auvergne. Now a man down. Injured, as well as the man in the sin bin. It's Rougerie too.
James is ready.
They go on first, through the middle, because there was a hole.
Well, they've just got to take any points. Now they're in position. James has to take it.
He's calling.
He's not.
He's getting in position. He's coming flatter again. There he is, Brock James, and that rather sums up his evening. He's missed another, this time the drop goal.
His nerve was gone, Miles. He never put himself in the right position there. He was far too shallow. He wasn't certain. I don't think he wanted to go for the drop goal. He stood in an attacking position, and then when he got the ball, his instincts told him, I must go for the drop goal. But he just made life impossible for himself. He's far too flat. He still could have done better. That is a choke of a kick, I'm afraid.
From the side that has the reputation of choking in recent times, those 3 French finals in a row, and they've witnessed it all. They know what it means to lose right at the death. They don't know what it means to win a trophy, not in the top 14 or in the Heineken Cup.
Will that be the last chance for Clermont? It's a night when 4 minutes has felt like an eternity all so often. Sexton, surely he goes long. To Rougerie, James and Malzieu come back.
James once more. Has gone forward and the referee will blow it now. And another injury will take up a little bit of time here. Carney looks in trouble though. Oh dear.
He's in pain and he's been very fine tonight. Rougerie, he's put everything into this again. It hasn't gone his way, it's all gone the way of his mate Malzieu, but that man will not care who scores, how they score.
Rob Carney in pain.
We've lost one full-back, Flosh, to a yellow card. This is a far more unfortunate one if he goes for an injury.
90 seconds away, we're told, from the touchline. Flosh from returning in this match.
It is still on a knife edge, Miles. I mean, Leinster do have control of the scrum, but they're on the wrong part of the pitch.
Well, Tyrone Howe has something here for us, Tyrone.
Small decisions got a huge impact in the biggest games. Brock James, if he'd just given the missed pass, Canali was in oodles of space, and you can just see the frustration as you play it on. Yeah, he knows that it's on. Took the wrong decision.
I've got to say, as a former fly half, I think the right decision there in this stage, 1 point in it with a few minutes, actually is the drop goal. I know what Tyrone is saying, but he should have got himself in the pocket and he should have nailed that kick.
Well, what a sad sight at the end of what has been a terrific quarter-final. Rob Carney being put on the stretcher, and we wish him all the best for that. Let's hope it's not the end of his tournament. 3 tries for Clermont, all to Julien Malzieu, their giant winger. On comes Gervin Dempsey, 82 caps, not bad to be able to bring on that kind of experience, and will tap to his friend and colleague Rob Carney, who receives the applause of the crowd.
Outstanding today, Rob Carney. World class, so solid.
Remember, Flosh still not back. What a scrum from Clermont Auvergne. They didn't need a fullback there.
Now Clermont will try and eke the penalty. And then Brock James would have a chance. Jackman just on the pitch. Clermont are going to be looking for another scrum penalty. They've got one. This is going to be their target.
Another scrum like that could decide the match. We say could because the referee would have to make the biggest call of all in this game, and Brock James would have to land the biggest kick of all in this match. Seemed to be Cavallo who came up first there.
Timeout. Line straight up.
Everybody takes a timeout.
Well, Cabello's up. But he's going to say Jackman is doing everything he can not to scrummage against him there. The fact is, Clermont won't expect a penalty against them if their scrum is moving forward.
2 minutes for the champions to survive.
Just a slip, no problem.
Flosh is back on.
Crouch, touch, pause,
It's the full complement for Clermont Auvergne. It's Dave Pearson in the thick of it.
Well, Dave Pearson has to be strong here.
You two, fine.
He's going round to the other side. He's checking all angles here.
Touch, pause, angles.
Who's got their binding right? Who's boring it? Again, Cabello's popped up there. James, Rougerie. So Leinster held their own there at the scrum, maybe more.
No, still, that's safe, be safe.
Final minute.
Well, the forwards have got to drive this 10 metres or so, Miles.
Stay up, lads.
There's Bonaire, there's Vermeulen. Plenty of experience.
James has to take the responsibility. His forwards have done the job.
Can they conjure up the score now?
Pause there, lads. Open play again.
In the final seconds, Para looks around.
Fine, get out of there.
James really isn't offering himself. He needs to get in position here.
This is all, now he's getting there.
Here it is then. It's all coming down to this.
Stay on. No, still in.
One more drive is deemed appropriate by the Clermont pack. Does that risk losing it?
He just has to go back now.
James waits. Hands held out. Here he kicks. Brock James. It's a little punch of the air from Brian O'Driscoll as he sees the ball goes wide. And Leinster, the champions, return to the last four. Victory over the French challengers from Clermont. And they now know it's France